Hello and welcome. You've seen the magic of the Montessori method up close, right? Well, imagine taking all that passion and pouring it into not just a classroom, but an entire school that's all your own. In this explainer, we're going to do just that, turn that big dream into a concrete plan and walk you through the journey from dedicated teacher to visionary entrepreneur. You already live and breathe the Montessori philosophy. You've seen what it can do for children. So, taking that leap into ownership, I know it feels like a huge step, but it's probably more achievable than you think. Let's just get right to it. Are you ready to build a legacy? All right, let's map out this amazing journey. We've broken it all down into 5 key stages. We'll start with shaping your initial vision and go all the way to opening your doors to those very first students. This is basically your personal roadmap to launch day. Okay, first up, from dream to blueprint. Because let's be real, before you can scout a building or buy a single pink tower, you have to build the foundation of your school on paper. This is where your vision gets real. And that foundation? It's your business plan. Now, don't let that term intimidate you. A business plan is really just the story of your school, what makes it special, which families you're going to serve, and how it's all going to work financially. It's where your beautiful educational philosophy gets a solid, practical backbone. So, how do you actually build this thing? Well, it really boils down to 3 key steps. First, define your vision. What is the absolute heart and soul of your school? Next, you got to analyze your market. Who are the families in your community? What do they need? And finally, you outline your finances. This is where you get honest about costs and map out a budget that actually works. Okay, once you've got that blueprint in hand, it's time for section 2, making it all official. This is where we turn your school from an idea into a real legal entity. Yeah, the paperwork can seem like a lot, but it's really just a series of steps that will let you run your school with total confidence. One of your first big decisions is your business structure. A sole proprietorship is definitely simpler to set up, but there's no legal wall between you and the business. On the other hand, an LLC, that's a limited liability company, creates that separation. It protects your personal assets, which is a really, really important thing to think about for your long-term security. This legal checklist pretty much covers the big stuff. You'll need to register your school's name, get a tax ID number, and of course, secure your state license, which is a huge step that shows everyone your commitment to safety and quality. Once you have your local permits and a business bank account, you are officially in business. Now for one of the most fun parts, finding a physical home for your school. In Montessori, the environment is just so critical to learning. We even call it the third teacher. So what should you be looking for? Well, beyond the obvious things like safety and zoning, really think about what a child needs. Does the space get lots of natural light? Is there enough room for kids to explore inside and play outside? And is it actually convenient for the families you're hoping to attract? Okay, pay close attention to this number, 35. A lot of states require a minimum of 35 square feet of usable indoor space for every child. And this isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's a critical licensing requirement. It will literally determine your school's maximum enrollment. So keep that number in your back pocket whenever you tour a potential space. As you're looking at different places, try to see them through a child's eyes. Don't just see 4 walls. Envision the flow of activity. Can you picture a practical life area over here? Maybe a quiet reading nook over there. The right space just feels right. It invites movement, curiosity, and that all-important connection to the outdoors. Once you have your space, you get to start the beautiful work of preparing the environment. This is where all your Montessori training just comes alive, as you get to create a classroom designed completely and perfectly for the child. Maria Montessori herself said it best. Your classroom isn't just a room with stuff in it, it's a carefully crafted world of opportunities. Every single item in it should have a purpose, and it should just call out to the child, inviting them to learn and discover on their own. Now, filling this space is a very thoughtful process. You'll be on the lookout for authentic Montessori materials. You can find them new or secondhand, along with beautiful, natural objects that just spark curiosity. And remember, every piece of furniture needs to be child-sized, and all your equipment has to be safety certified. And that brings us to the final and most exciting stage, opening your doors. This is the moment that all your planning, all your preparation, all your passion has been leading to. This is where you step into your new role as a school leader. The final countdown really has 3 key moves. First, you've got to get the word out. Build a simple website. Start telling your story online. Second,
Hire your team. You need to find educators who share your deep passion for the Montessori philosophy. And finally, host an open house. Let families come in and see and feel for themselves the incredible environment you've built.
And always remember, as you welcome those first families, you're not just enrolling students, you're building a community. The strength of the relationships you create between the kids, the parents, and your staff, that's going to be the true measure of your school's success. So there you have it. You have the map. You can see the path from that powerful dream to a tangible reality. The school you build is going to be a place where children learn, where they grow, and where they begin their amazing life's journey. So the only question left is, what will be the legacy that starts with you?